Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. This is the continuing videos with the LEVO C machine decarbing the bag of trim that you would have seen if you watched my previous video. And I'm just removing the decarb material here out of the machine, out of its little basket, and I'm going to put it into an empty Ziploc bag carefully. And just gonna put it in that Ziploc bag and put that off to the side until we go through my main trim bag of all the main material and decarb every single bit. And then once all of that material is decarbed, which is basically you're taking any moisture out of it, you're activating the THC in the material at those temperatures. So 40 minutes, 240 degrees Fahrenheit is normally the standard to have an activation process for this material to activate THC and all the good molecules, healing molecules in it that you'll want to make your medicine with. So I'm just taking the basket, throwing it in my big trim bag, carefully loading it up, and trying to fill it to the brim if possible. Just max it out. So basically, this is a tedious process for this particular machine. I use the basket provided for decarbing, which means you have to do it multiple times if you have large batches like I do. Which is fine. I'm sure there's probably a way you could put more in, but I'm not even going to deal with that. I'm just using what they have. And a little later in this video, basically, I figured out a way to not use the basket in the infusion process, which means I can infuse a whole lot more material at once, which saves you run times. Saves you multiple run times and saves you a lot of energy because this thing is basically a hot plate, right? So it's going to use quite a bit of hydro or electricity for the Americans. We call it hydro up here because most of it comes from Quebec's hydro dam. And it's just one of those slang terms that everybody picked up on. So now that this has been decarbed, I'm going to load it into my bag of decarb material. And as you can tell, I didn't film all of this, but I have decarbed that entire bag of trim that I showed in my previous video. And now we're going to get ready for my little experiment here where I take the strainer bag. It's called a muslin bag. I picked them up online. And basically I'm going to throw a large amount of the trim into that bag that's screened and place it right inside the LEVO C machine. And it did work out. You'll see in my coming videos, guys, that it worked out actually awesome. And I didn't have to rely on the little provided stainless steel basket to make large, potent batches of cannabis butter here. So stay tuned for more.